Welcome to our channel, The Gifts of God. Greetings in Christ. We hope you have a wonderful day. In order to keep up with the most recent information, we hope you enjoy this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take a trip with us and watch this film through to the conclusion. A significant event occurred in the sleepy hamlet of Medjugorje that would have an impact on the hearts of believers everywhere. Devoted disciple Mirjana was given a vision that affected everyone on the planet and shaken her faith. She thinks there is a spiritual message of immediate significance in this vision. Mirjana had a typical day full of prayer and reflection when she had an unusual event. The sky above her suddenly opened up, displaying a brilliant, holy light while she was in the midst of prayer. The quiet was broken by a strong, resounding voice from heaven. The world's fate is at stake, and the time is drawing near. Everyone must be aware of what I reveal to you because becoming ready for what lies ahead is essential. The Pope, the Catholic Church's spiritual head, was in great pain when Mirjana saw him in her vision. This was no common illness, but rather a deep pain that seemed to come from a malevolent power eating away at him from within. The Holy Father will bear the weight of the world on his shoulders, the divine voice went on to say. The time for purification has arrived, and his illness will serve as a warning. Pray for him since many people's salvation depends on his suffering. This disclosure foreshadowed a time of intense upheaval and marked a pivotal point for the faithful to come together in prayer and support as the Pope suffered. After that, the image changed to show a young man surrounded by a bright, sacred light. This image, which was encircled by a halo of God, was recognized as Carlo Acutis, a young man who had previously been declared a saint for his fervent devotion to the Eucharist. Carlo Acutis will be the beacon of hope in dark times, the angelic voice said. He has already been canonized, and by his example of faith and purity, he will lead many people to the light. With his devotion to the Church and his passion for the Eucharist, Carlo Acutis will go down in history as a symbol of spiritual fortitude and hope. Millions of people will be moved by his narrative and his short but impactful life, which will encourage a new generation of believers. The memory of Carlo Acutis will inspire the faithful to remain firm in their convictions notwithstanding the upcoming challenges. As the picture grew darker, it revealed a planet enmeshed in war. A threatening shadow, a sign of oncoming devastation swept across a country. A great power will rise against you, the divine voice cautioned. Your earth will be marked by blood and conflict, and peace will seem like a far-off dream. But know that your faith will keep you going even when everything else is destroyed. This section of the prophecy predicts a time of intense global conflict and conflict. The world will be shrouded in fear and uncertainty as nations prepare for war and the threat of invasion looms large. After that, Mirjana's vision shifted to the sky, where she saw a sequence of unexplainable astronomical occurrences. There were eclipses, shooting stars, and enigmatic lights in the sky, phenomena that could not be explained by science. Look to the sky, for there you will find the signs of my return, the voice said. My messengers will be eclipses, shooting stars, and enigmatic lights. Don't be afraid. Instead, get ready, for the trial is almost here. The purpose of these heavenly signals is to serve as a reminder to humanity of the existence of God and the value of retaining faith in the face of impending difficulties. The speaker went on to describe a period of cleansing that would be characterized by great hardship. Diseases, conflicts, and natural disasters would rage over the world, testing humanity to its breaking point. The world will be purified through the fire of suffering, but from the ashes will emerge a new dawn, a time of peace and spiritual renewal, was the unmistakable message from heaven. The only people who will live and guide the rest of humanity into a new period are those who are pure of heart and faith. Despite its agony, This purifying process is thought to be essential to humanity's spiritual rebirth and the creation of a more faithful and revitalized world. Mirjana saw an intensely bright light at the end of the vision, brighter than anything she had ever seen. "This is the sign of my promise," the divine voice said in closing. "The light will return after the dark time, and my dominion will be established on earth. Be dependable, be prepared, and never give up." Those who stay faithful through the difficulties are given hope and strength by this promise of a coming light and a new era of peace and spiritual rejuvenation. Mirjana was overwhelmed yet determined to spread this great word to everyone. The priests of Medjugorje shared the prophecy after she told them about her vision. There was a wide range of reactions. Some people immediately believed the message, while others remained doubtful. In any case, everyone who heard Mirjana's statements was profoundly affected by their seriousness. Anxiety and anticipation increased in the ensuing months. They kept a tight eye on every heavenly event, every political and military development, and every indication of the Pope's health. The devout prayed more fervently, asking for the fortitude to face the trials that were foretold. People flocked to churches in search of comfort in their faith. As a representation of hope and tenacity, Carlo Acutis emerged as a key figure in their prayers. The much-awaited news finally came. The Pope was seriously ill. The world watched in alarm as his condition rapidly worsened. The devout were terrified when Mirjana's prophecy appeared to come to pass before their very eyes. International tensions reached a breaking point at the same time. The threat of invasion appeared near, and war-related rumors proliferated. The whole community braced for an uncertain future as nations prepared for conflict. Celestial indications appeared as the world braced for war, and the Pope battled his illness. Mysterious lights danced overhead, eclipses dimmed the sun, and shooting stars lit up the night sky. It was believed that these happenings, which defied scientific explanation, validated Mirjana's prophecy. In search of solace and answers, people turned to the sky in a mixture of terror and optimism. A succession of natural tragedies marked the start of the cleansing period that was predicted. Storms, floods, and earthquakes devastated the planet. Diseases spread quickly, and wars grew more intense. It was a period of great faith and great pain. The hope of the returning light gave those who stuck to their convictions the fortitude to persevere. The persona of Carlo Acutis remained consoling and inspirational during this difficult time. His tale of purity and faith struck a profound chord with the faithful, who looked to him for courage. Communities banded together to confront the difficulties collectively, and churches turned into havens of hope. Mirjana's advice helped many people get through the storm. Many people experienced a deeper, revitalized faith as a result of the collective suffering, which purified souls. There were hints of hope after what seemed like an eternity of gloom. The world began to rebuild, diseases were eliminated, and wars stopped. Divine light returned to the world, bringing with it a period of calm and spiritual rejuvenation, fulfilling the celestial promise. In addition to serving as a warning, some recalled Mirjana's prophecy as a compass that had gotten them through their darkest moments. Humanity was prepared for a fresh start, and faith was stronger than ever. The planet experienced a time of wealth and increased spirituality as light returned. They did not forget the lessons they had acquired throughout the purifying. People saw the enduring power of faith and lived with a restored feeling of humility and thankfulness. Now an elder, Mirjana looked out at the world with contentment and serenity. By sharing the vision and helping many people navigate the storm, she had fulfilled her role. Now that the world was ready for a better future, she could finally relax. Mirjana's prophecy will live on in popular culture as evidence of the strength of faith and the tenacity of people. It will serve as a reminder that hope endures even in the most dire circumstances and be handed down through the generations. The memory of Carlo Acutis, who stood for commitment and purity, will never cease to inspire. After being cleansed and revitalized, the globe will be prepared to tackle challenges in the future with newfound vigor and awareness. The tale of Mirjana's prophecy from Medjugorje is one of cautions, pain, but most importantly, hope and salvation. We appreciate you staying to the very end of the video. What do you think about today's subject? In addition to remembering to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get alerts whenever a new video is released, kindly leave a comment below.